And we're live because 30 seconds of just nothing is a horrible thing to start a stream on. How is everybody? My name is Jeff Perryman, and this is episode 93 of Vectors and Pixels. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. And welcome,
Yeah.
my co host, Sam Boston.
Hello. Good
How's
morning, good
everybody
evening,
doing?
good night.
Hello, hello. Uh oh. I see a certain lunar moth is here for the dad jokes. Dun dun dun. Jumped right in as the first person on the stream. Well, welcome to the stream. And as you know, we're going to be working on something special for you a little bit later. I just kind of wanted to do our intros, let everybody kind of filter in, get some more people in here. We're going to do a little bit of work on the Black Knight. And then there's actually something about the Black Knight that I'm doing that I think we should do to the special thing that we're going to work on a little bit later that I'm working on for you. And that is, you know what? I need glasses. I can't read that small. Artacia insectica? Is that? I'm sure I butchered that. I'm just going to call you Artacia.
There's no A at the end, it's just artisy.
Quit being correct.
Artisy
The
insectica.
The artisy of insectica.
Insecta.
Transform. That's where I'm getting the A from.
We butcher names for a living.
It's a lifestyle actually for me.
That's not what I've heard. Different lifestyle.
Just because I left the manacles on the floor is no reason to call me out. Anyway, I am glad everyone's here. I am so happy to be here. I hope everyone's week has been amazing. A cup of coffee, a toast to a hopefully awesome weekend, everybody.
Absolutely.
Now, I know we don't typically get a lot of people on these streams, and that's okay because it keeps it nice and intimate, and we get to do the things we want to do. So, just to let everybody out there in audience world know what we're going to do, or what we typically do, is I attempt to do art. I try to work on projects, comic books, games, fun little, logos for people. And the rest of you's job is to throw dad jokes at me and try to distract me and keep me from getting anything done. My stream has been extremely successful. Speaking of which, we have our first one.
Yep. What is the quickest way to determine the sex of a chromosome? You pull it on its genes.
We're a nerdy group of dad jokers. And we also have TK here as well. Kaldaku, welcome, my friend, one of my other wonderful co-hosts. And before we actually get started, you guys have seen over the many streams me struggling with my hard drive. It has been a real pain in the patoot. It crippled itself and decided to corrupt its root. You can still get into it if you know the folder to get into. But trying to get into root is next to impossible, and trying to get anything off of it, moved over to anything else. You can open it up in the piece of software it was created in, but you can't like open up a folder and go copy, paste, and put it somewhere else. It goes, nope, can't find that. Well, somebody sent me a gift. And that gift is a new 24 terabyte external hard drive. Who do we owe the honor of this amazing gift but none other than that guy right there? See him right there? That guy.
That would be me. That would be me.
Thank you, Sam, ever
You're
so
welcome.
much.
I know
you do this publicly.
No, I appreciate that. I know how much you've been struggling with that, and there you go.
And we could use this to launch into our usual 5-hour infomercial about chain reaction products. And you'll get one. Don't worry, guys. It will happen.
RC asks, when does a joke grow up? When it becomes a dad joke.
Oh, bada bum bum bum. Hey, that drive is so you can record these streams and do some clips easier. Exactly what we talked about. I'm going to have to set it up. It's still in the plastic right now. The nice thing is because we've got DaVinci Resolve on the box that you guys are going to look at this weekend, we can do some cool shit with our clips that no one else out there is doing.
Yep.
So keep your eyes peeled. Same bat time, same bat channel for the streams, but look over onto our YouTube channel, and hopefully you will see this and some shorts that I'm working on. My boss said, "Have a good day," so I went home. Not a dad joke, but I like it. All right, let's get down to why we're even here. I think we've given enough time. We've been in here for about 6-7 minutes. So, good enough reason to come over here. And besides, Artesia has not seen. Hit the right button. This screen, which is not very impressive. But this is the software I work in. If anyone has any questions about what I'm doing, why I'm doing, or anything about the software, I'm more than willing to talk ad nauseum about it. Ask anybody who's been on the stream before.
Yep.
Two, if you are actually versed in this piece of software, you see me doing something boneheaded, let me know. If there's a better way to do things, let me know. I'm always willing to talk shop. So this is our Black Knight project, and he's getting there. I mean, he's got basically details that need to be done. One of the things I want to talk about for our other project is, see how I have this rim light going here, and it's popping him off the background. So whatever background we have here, we have a highlight here, and then we have a rim light here. And all I've been doing is just kind of carrying this down. I started up here and I'm starting to work my way down the body. And then I need to do the same thing for all the weapons and stuff like that. But he's at a point where I can do that off stream if need be. We've got some.
We've got some jokes here. So I put in there, gold is the best element because it's awesome. AU-SOME. For those
And
that
then, of
don't
course,
know, AU is the symbol for gold on the periodic table.
yeah,
And Kaldaku, oh no, not the chemistry jokes.
Oh no, they're coming, but you're fortunately safe because Kia will not be able to get in until later. So you might dodge a bullet here.
Kaldaku says to err is human, to blame others shows management potential.
Absolutely. And then we have, how do you know if your magic sword is blunt? When it starts critiquing your form during combat. I knew we were going to get a new perspective on these.
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragon jokes for ages. Keep them coming because it might actually turn into a T-shirt or a dungeon note itself. So this is where I get my material. Don't judge me.
What did the canvas say to the paint?
What did the canvas say to the paint?
Stop brushing me off.
Ow. All right. So I'm actually kind of excited because I have no idea where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to show our piece that we're going to work with tonight. So we're going to come over here to...
Artisy says, what is expensive, green, and faked 100% of the time? Wasabi.
Yeah. All right. So you two haven't seen it. I know that Artesia, why am I doing the must be Italian. Has, because I've gotten approval for all this. So, bink. Here's what we're working with. A little different for me, not quite out of my range, but it's a little bit different for me. Everything here has been requested and approved. But what I was thinking is a nice rim light across here, cheek, just pop her out of whatever background I end up putting her on. And then another thing that I was thinking is I'm not sure what I want to do with the lettering. This is all experimentation. So I'm going to grab everything here. Grab this, boop, up to here. We're going to make it a little smaller so we have some room to work. This is 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, but it doesn't matter. This is vertices or vectors, so I can turn this into a postage stamp or a billboard using the same piece of art.
Kodaku, shut up.
What?
he said, was that? I was going to ask if that's the font you're going with. Really?
This one?
Yeah, he's trying to put you into a font epileptic seizure because
no, I've already gone through that, and I gave options, and this is the one that was picked by our nice lunar moth person.
Yes.
So play nicely.
I like that font.
I do too, and this is not going to be how this font's going to be used. This is just the font, and we're going to do things to this font to make it pop and stand out, give it some love and some color. But this is the general font that we're going to be working with, and we can do a lot with this font. I actually like this font.
Artist, he says, me, I picked the font.
I picked. That's right. You pick colors. You pick the font. You asked for the scissors. I made sure to get the correct scissors.
Wait. Those are right-handed. I thought she wanted left-handed.
Don't you go there. Don't you do that.
There is a difference.
I know. No. Bad. And she also picked the name of this fairy.
Oh.
This fairy has a name.
It does it now.
And they can't use left-handed scissors, by the way.
No, I see that.
Snips! There it is. I was waiting. This character's name is Snips.
Nice.
I highly approve of. For those of you who are Star Wars fans, we all highly approve of this. Snips! Yes. All right. So, I'm going to play with adding some rim light, and I'll probably use this blue color to start with and see if, that works for us or not. So let me get in here and grab this. Although I think I should probably, I don't know, I'm getting kind of horse before the cart kind of thing here. I probably need to figure out what this background is going to be. So let's do this. Let's go B, and I'm just going to, I'm going to do something bigger than that. This is me just putting down a little, okay, that's not what I had in mind.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
So, Artsy said Ahsoka was a very big inspo for her name, and then Tim is trying to get killed. He said, actually, I have some tin can crafts that I need the aluminum cut up. Those scissors would work.
Wow! Oh, you want to die!
Wow.
Ooh, watch yourself. Stabby.
Stabby.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything done tonight.
Yeah, Tim is a troll today.
Well, that's why we love him. Ooh, them some fighting words. I'm just going to be a good little commercial artist, and I'm I'm going to do something else first. I'm going to put some shapes down.
Welcome, Wydarb. Wydarb said, what did I hop into?
Oh, dear God. I'll let you guys tell them.
Well, here, let me explain in a nutshell. So, Wydarb, we have Artisy here with us, and you probably know her from Fair. Anyway, this fairy that's on the screen is a logo for her, and Tim was talking about using her scissors to cut up tin, fabric scissors to cut up tin.
So wow. we know how possessive seamstresses and tailors are of their scissors. You don't even look at them with intent to do anything but cut fabric.
It's a hobby for me, and I have a specific pair of scissors that I use only for fabric. Right? I don't cut cardboard. I don't cut paper. I don't cut people's jugular veins.
Although it has come up time to time.
Well, if they use them, then yes. So
Yeah.
RC says, so a halfling walks into a bar. Wait, there's no punchline here. It must have been a pretty low bar, though.
Oh, oh, ow, ow. Okay, so don't mind the color. The color is just here as some kind of a neutral thing. Now we can do something like that and do something fun with the letters, or my original thought, but I kind of like that triangle. That triangle's been on my mind for a few days. Let's bring this up a little bit and do just a little bit, and then again do something. You know, here let's
Yes,
get this
RC.
over here.
Well, Tim says, how many halflings does it take to sharpen a sword? 3. One to sharpen the sword, one to confuse the issue.
Oh my God, we're hobbits.
And RC says, one does not simply use fabric scissors for other projects.
Oh
No,
no,
I
no,
wholly
no,
agree.
no. All right, so you saw I like the circle. I like the idea of the circle behind, and then we do something with I move the the text away. And actually that teal's kind of growing on me.
It is. But I was thinking, and this is just artisty, you have the yay or nay on this one, but I was
Absolutely.
thinking, you know, instead of a shape like the triangle or the circle, you have feathers, different colored feathers
That would make it a
stacked up.
little
Think
bigger.
NBC, think NBC Peacock, but more authentic feather type
I
drawing.
th- I think that would get a little busy is the thing. Remember, this thing also has to be seen and fairly recognizable at, scale.
Yeah.
And that would be my only hesitation for something like that. But, if that is what is, wanted, we'll do whatever. This is
Uh,
just me spitballing some ideas out here, and I like that idea. It's a good
Flip the
spitball.
triangle. Cal says triangle screams 80s. Flip it though.
I feel called out. 80s. I feel called out.
RC says, are you calling Snips a fathead? And Wide Arm says, perhaps a hexagon. Get a good roll out of it.
Well, we are a bunch of nerds. So on that note, I will create how many hex? Let's do 6. Do we want to do 6 or do we want to do an octagon? Let's do 6 for now. Oops, not 5, 6. Because shapes are arbitrary and we can have fun with shapes. That one's a little big, but so the idea is to stick something back there. Oh God, I'm about to make the EA logo. Uh,
So 90s, not 80s.
real close. I like the idea of the character poking out from whatever shape we put back there. So here's another thought.
All right, well, you're
And
doing that. Cal Dawkins says, how do you know if there's a paladin in the party? Trust me,
how?
you'll know.
Yeah, that's true.
And Artist says, what is an aristocrat's favorite drink?
But
Beer
and that's
bong?
I think that's Aarakocras.
Oh,
Bourbon. Yeah,
Bourbon.
yeah.
Yes,
It's
I'm
it's it's
sorry.
it's it's a D&D joke. It's a fifth
Yes, it is.
edition D&D joke to be exact.
See, I'm not a fifth edition player, so I don't know that.
All right. So we have a shape. We have a circle. We have a triangle. So uh, artisy, artisy,
Odyssey, yeah.
artisy. Making sure I'm saying it right. Which of these three, or do you want to go with another option that is roaming around in your brain? Because usually when there's an option roaming around in your brain, it's at least investigating. So I'm going to pull these out. And we don't even have to go with, anything in the background. I just think it unifies the piece nicely. So, it likes the hex. All right. So, Boom. Go away. Go away. We'll figure out something to do with it.
Oh, that
So
was
that.
Kaldaku that liked the hex. Oh,
Oh,
she does like the hex too. Okay.
all right. So, bink. It's different, and it also kind of echoes our nerdiness. So, whoever said try that, good call. I like it.
That would be White Arb.
Oh, hey, White Arb, go. Go, White Arb. Now we can do like fabric. Here, let's do some. Let's break these up so we can play with them a little bit differently, and then we'll actually do some art.
Why?
I don't know. You guys have not let me do art for a very long time. Okay, wow, that's actually bigger. What size is this? This is size 100. Size one. All right, let's. For whatever reason, I think this got shrunk down for something. Oh, you guys are in trouble now. Kia Marie's here.
Yay, Kia.
Very tired looking.
Kaldaku says, what forest animal helps the druid that get that nice green color for their robe?
I'm scared.
A dire wolf?
I knew it was coming. They've also been in the news lately. Let's also bring this up so people can see what's actually going on. It's a little small for you guys.
So,
align these horizontally a little bit.
all right. Well, did you hear oxygen went on a date with potassium?
Oh?
No, it went okay. Tim's gonna hurt me.
I think we're all gonna get a beating at some. No, I'm innocent. I have yet to lay down a joke.
Kaldaku, Artisy's going after you. Your mama is so brainless that she starve a mind flayer.
Oh, we're such nerds. I love it. Wow. Anybody watching this backsman go, is this normal? Yes.
Yes, it is actually.
I'm actually feeling this teal. I was just putting it in there as just a placeholder, but I'm kind of feeling that. I also need this a little higher. Come here, you. Dink. All right, so we can do with something like that. We could try curving it, but curving in this software is a bitch. I'd have to go into Photoshop and do it and bring it over, but that's not a big deal. We can even put in a nice little drop shadow back here. I'd still want to do that highlight.
3 orcs walk into a bar. The 4th one ducks.
Super mutant orcs, interchangeable.
Yep.
What do you call an orc with 2 brain cells? Pregnant.
Why do paladins wear chainmail?
Why?
Because it's holy armor.
Do you know why thieves wear leather armor? It helps
Why?
them. It helps them sneak around much easier because it's made of hide.
So, player and a DM chatting. The player says, I have a worthless character. The DM says, yes, and that bard you're playing isn't great either.
Every bard I know, man. So, this is your big bad guy, huh? Can I fuck it? No. All right. I am going to go ahead and try some of them. Let's hide everything but what we're working on for a moment. And we're going to try a couple of odds and ends.
While you're trying that, what do you call a 1,000-year-old fae?
What do you call a 1,000-year-old fae?
A millennialf.
Careful of that. That's an antique.
Arcee says, what do you call a bard from the Feywilds with great hair?
What?
Elvish Presley.
Ow. These are getting deep.
Yeah. And what's a beholder's favorite food?
What is a beholder's favorite food?
Ice cream.
Oh, You scream. We all scream for ice cream.
And clearly, we're all going off of different pages because we haven't duplicated any yet.
Not yet, that's for sure. Well, some of us have lived them.
RC says, I am taking great joy in the pain I see across your faces.
Bastard.
Yeah. You know, RC, I was going to have you make some shirts for me. I don't know now.
Right?
No, actually, I do want to get together with you so I can hand off the fabric and the pattern and all that jazz.
You got to do it with jazz hands. There you go.
Kaldaka says, why do the elves have pointy ears? They've got to be.
There's got to be a point to them somewhere.
To elves. Yep.
There has to be some point to them somewhere. I have one of my characters in one of my dungeon notes quoting that one because he's a dwarf. Of course, a dwarf is going to. Now, we haven't done anything cool. Right now, I'm just drawing a bunch of red lines. So, painful process. It's like watching paint dry. I apologize now, but it will hopefully turn into something interesting.
Well, what is a rogue's favorite metal?
What is a rogue's favorite metal?
Steel.
Keeping that one.
Why do wizards like fireball so much?
Small rooms? I don't know why.
No, it's a well-rounded spell.
All right, we're going to test this. I don't want to go too far. Where did I hide everything? I thought I had a color out here. I don't know. By the way, this is my chart I use for whenever I'm choosing colors. Most importantly, skin tones. So we're going to hide that. We don't need that right now. And then we're going to go back over here. We're going to grab this blue. Boop. And then we're just going to try it out. See if we like it. If we do, then we'll continue.
Kaldaka says it's just plain splash damage. Damn it. Get over it.
Wow.
Okay,
it didn't snap over here.
which body of water did the party get to? Which body of water do you get bonuses to sail across?
What's that?
The proficiency.
These are my friends.
Yeah.
You know, we're never going to get this fairy done, right?
Probably not.
At least not in this session. Okay, like I said, we're just trying this on to see if we like it or not. So I kind of want to pop her off the background. It might need to change it.
Kaldaka says, Sam, ouch, that one hurt. Yes, it did.
Yeah, careful. So
Wydarb's chiming in. Why did Elvis Presley get eaten?
Why did Elvis Presley get eaten?
Sung out to everyone that the hellhounds were nothing but hound dogs.
Oh, you know, hound dog.
RC says an elf, a human, and an orc walk into a bar. The halfling just walks underneath it.
That's how these things happen. So I have a light source coming that way, so I need this to be a counter light.
What is a cleric's favorite hot drink?
What is a cleric's favorite hot drink?
Divinity. Okay, some of these are hurting me, and I'm the one telling them.
I'm saying I'm disowning all of you after this stream. Yeah, it doesn't have to be as sharp. So once I get this in here, we'll back up, take a little bit of a look. It's an interesting color.
Wydard says that's all right with me. Yes, you are all right.
I'm all right.
Kaldaka says, how many gnomes? How many gnomes does it take to light a candle?
How many gnomes does it take to light a candle?
Surprisingly, only one. It turns out they're good for something after all.
Oh, Our resident gnome would be upset about that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Is this on? Is this thing on? Okay.
Hello.
All right. We're gonna try a
What
few
do you call a
things.
magician who's incredibly good with cooking?
What?
A saucer.
Saucier.
But
All right. Let's go to this one.
what is 9 feet long, has 6 legs, and flies?
What's that? Uh
Three
oh.
dead, three dead halflings, gnomes.
I just crashed.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
That means it's time for coffee
Maybe. Hang on.
and a commercial break.
No, it didn't crash. Aha! It lied to me. Okay, we're gonna lock everybody but this one. But on that note, boys and girls, save and save often, which means if I'm saving or autosave comes up, I drink coffee. If somebody likes, we drink water. If somebody follows, I don't have chocolate.
Yeah, well, we're working on that.
Mm. Well, we're also
So,
still trying to, as I get off screen here, we're still
yeah.
working on the Twitch culture. There is definitely a culture here that we are
Oh,
trying to.
Arcee says, I have one that everyone needs for fair next year. How do you fix a broken pumpkin? With a pumpkin patch. I can make up patches that say pumpkin patch.
I think Lady Pumpkin's going to take offense to that one.
Well,
Give
I
me
figure
just a second. I will be right back.
when we make her.
Sorry about that. We had a need for an immediate conversation.
All right.
And I forgot my "we'll be right back" panel cuts all audio.
No, that's okay. I just
Things we're
started.
learning.
I just started posting like the Chain Reaction store link and for all your art needs.
Well, what I need to do is that needs to be animated. This is the only one of them that's not animated, and that kind of information could be put on there.
Yep. Well,
And I wish, and if we
it's
had
been
music
pinned, so
again, and if we have music again, we could actually run some nice, we could be like the Atom Shop in '76.
yeah. Well, I do have a lifetime subscription to audio.
Okay. Well, it's how it's going to integrate into this. Is this the problem?
I just need to know what types of music you want, and I can pull it, send it to you like I've done before.
Well, see, now there's a really good question for the group. Is when you think of chain reaction, what kind of music comes into your head? You know, I mean, what would you consider chain reaction sounds? I always go with Abney Park
Heavy metal
or
bagpipes.
heavy metal bagpipes, Abney Park, Viridian Hue, things like that. But that's just me. The visual concept of the logos and things are the post-apocalyptic,
So,
postmodern
so the sounds of
Russian.
explosions.
Well, postmodern Russian, Soviet propaganda feel.
So RC asked, why did the band want the turkey as their drummer? He had 2 drumsticks.
Bum 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 bum.
Have you guys heard of Feuerswans. I probably butchered that. I'm assuming that's a band, artist.
Have we heard of who? No.
Feuerswans.
Looks German too.
Yeah, it does. German. Let's see here.
Not familiar with them.
Valhalla Calling. Oh, okay.
Are they more of a Nordic?
More of a Nordic metal, rock metal,
I'm good with that.
Slager, and
Skull is another band that I like. They've got, to me, I think the best version of Seven Nation Army ever, covered. I
but
love that
Furious
cover.
Ones did a cover of Gangnam Style. Gangnam
Hmm.
Style. I'm scared to click on that link.
Uh... Remember, guys,
Oh,
this is a family show, not a family making show.
yeah.
Well, okay, fairly family show. We do cuss a lot on here. we make we allude to other lifestyles, shall we say?
Oh my.
Oh my, oh. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she does pop a little bit more. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I might make it a little more subtle on the front bangs.
I make no apologies for anybody that clicks on that link.
Yes, it released yesterday. What
That's what I
released?
just posted was what was just released yesterday. Furious Ones, Gangnam Style. Watch it at your own time.
I'll wait until I'm at work. All right. So
uh,
there's, to me, some yes. This one here is not working for me as well. Let's get rid of that one.
no, I think the blue is a little too dark. I think you need to go with more of a glittery gold type of highlight.
Well, we are here to investigate all kinds of possibilities. I'm just going to go with this yellow for now. It's just a placeholder. Let's see. Damn, they sexy. Uh-oh. I might put these all on their own layer just so I can play with them. Let's do this one up here. Let's just see how that looks. That one's not working for me.
Tim said he's rocking the Gangnam Style, and Artisty says, or a little more green
A little more green. A little more green.
on the
Oh,
highlights.
well, let's go extreme. I always like going a little extreme because she does have some green in her. Let's go.
Pale out the same color as her dress.
Well, I'm just going to throw in the green as is in full saturation, just kind of looking at it. Just kind of looking, see if it's what we want. And, I may be redoing because I don't like these tips in here as much. So let's add up.
You don't like the tips?
No, I want the full thing. I don't like being teased.
Hello, Kia. Waves back.
Hey, how you doing? I kind of like that.
Oh boy.
Now you guys are in trouble.
No, if I just suddenly go away, it's because we just suddenly had wind pick up.
Oh my. All right.
I mean, it
So
just
let's see.
knocked over the neighbor's garbage can that they haven't brought in yet. That strong of a wind.
Mm. And there's going to be a lot of the artist does something, zooms out, and just sits here silently.
Oh, it was raining over by Artisty.
Oh, okay. How are we feeling? Because whatever rim light I end up doing is going to go here on the handle of the scissors.
I feel
Might hit
kind
the
of.
tips of these
I feel kind
wings.
of okay.
Well, the important are to see how do you feel about it, and this is working for you or not. Because at the end of the day, you do have final say on all of this. Now, I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, somebody's got food. Kia says, PSA, if you're ever assaulted by the knight or a bishop, you need to get to a hospital immediately. Chest pains are a medical emergency.
Ow!
Yeah. I was expecting a somewhat serious PSA.
I thought it was going to go somewhere else. I'm going back to eating a burn my hot dog.
RC says, what do you call the spells leprechauns cast? Aye, they be lucky charms. RC commented, what if the highlights are just a shade or two darker than the teal in the background?
All right. Oh, well, the concept is rim light. And it's best exemplified over here and how it's another color light that's bright that pops the character off the background. In fact, this is so strong that I might bring up the color of this highlight to more of a white, more kind of like how it pops here. So if you do a darker color, I don't know how that's going to read. It's going to read like a weird shadow. And we don't have to do these on every hair strand. In fact, I'm not digging the way I did these three right here, but these came out really good, especially when we get further away. So I want to pop her off of her wings in particular because she was blending just a little too much for me. And then I also want to put a little bit of that color on her cheek. So let's open this all up. And let's add that.
Other than the duplicate that Kaldaku put out there, he also said, never raise your hand to a halfling. It leaves your coin purse unprotected.
Exactly. There's a man who has played with halflings before.
Yeah, and then he also says, you want to pop her wings off? You monster.
No, I'm just built like that. See, unlike the rest of you, I know what she's wearing underneath her shirt. You want to see?
Wait, is she old enough? You know that?
She's a fairy. She's pretty old. All right, I'm gonna take her dress off. You ready? Here, let's move the scissors.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing there.
Let's move those
Literally.
scissors. I'm gonna take her. You ready? Ready? Take it, fairy. All right, let's put everything back. Now that your eyes have seen it, you cannot unsee it.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the stripping of the Fae.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay, I'm just going to use this green for now and kind of illustrate what we're trying to do here a little bit. And I think a lighter color.
Kia says, I told the doctor I have a problem with my right ear. He asked, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm definite.
Welcome back, Queen of the Puns.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Just not feeling this. It works really good with darker colors, but when you have lighter colors like this, it really doesn't work. So we're not going to put any counter lighting on her. We're just going to kind of keep it to these darker items like the scissors, maybe the tips of these wings. but it's now finding a color that's just going to work. And right now, I haven't found anything I'm really happy with. That might be interesting,
Let's see. White Harp said perhaps you should cut that out. I'm assuming the whole segment of the stripping of the Fae.
right. Just cut that out.
Caldaco said it's taking us to the edge for sure.
It
And
has.
then Artsy asks, how heavy is a rainbow?
How heavy is a rainbow?
Well, it's pretty light.
Oh, look,
Pretty.
a hot dog.
Oh, I saw a reel on Facebook the other day. Blasphemous. They took carrots, boiled them, soaked them, sauteed them in like soy sauce and other stuff, and ate them like hot dogs. Yes, ate them like hot dogs. Said that they tasted like hot dogs. I don't see how.
I doubt that part, but all right.
Anyway, Kia says, my wife read a draft of a mystery novel I'm working on. She goes, I don't get it. In chapter 2, you randomly wrote shadow, 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 shadow. What the hell does that even mean? I'm like, babe, it's called foreshadowing.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh. 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 I'm bleeding out here. I'm bleeding out here. Oh. Oh, that was a rough one.
that was.
Wow.
Artsy says, y'all can't hear me cackling.
Oh, wow.
White Dove said, ugh, that carrot thing.
Yeah, ugh the carrot thing, but oh my god. Foreshadowing. Ah.
Kaldaku says, I designed a Dungeons and Dragons weapon for wizards. It's a magical melee weapon shaped like a tome that uses intellect for damage instead of strength. I call it a book club. Oh. Yeah, Tim, I did say I was going to pick you up on Sunday. I never said I was going to bring you home.
Right? Wow and
Ouch.
wow. Just ow. Just ow. All
Well,
right. So, all right, to see how you enjoying the stream so far.
time for me to start striking back at Tim. The barkeep, he says, the barkeep asked why we carried a weapon into his bar. I said, mimics. The party laughed. The barkeep laughs. The table laughed. We killed the table. Good times.
Good times. Yep.
What has four wheels and flies? A garbage truck.
Yep. Careful. That one's an antique, boys and girls.
And she is loving the stream. So, hey, Tim, this one's for you.
Would you recommend it to your friends? Is all I ask.
Why is combining a proton and an electron to make a neutron so popular? Because it's free of charge. That's the old 1-2 punch.
Ouch, right?
Right.
Try this. See if I no. It's kind of again. Why are we?
You know what they say. Accidents happen.
Curiouser and curiouser. Where
Oh.
are you? You're on the front here. Delete. Put you where you belong. I said. Oh, I want to paste in the center. Hang on. Control C. Delete.
A million things going on. Sorry.
Paste in place. There we go. That's what we wanted. I think I just put it in the wrong spot.
Kia says, how did the chemist survive the famine?
How did the chemist survive the famine?
by subsisting on its titrations. Sorry, that's beyond me.
I heard a giggle on the couch, though.
Yeah, I
I'm
think I got the words sounded out right, but Tim, if you're still there, Tim says I'm going to buy my dungeon masters a goldfish so I can carpe
I'm
diem.
already hearing the giggle. You haven't even finished reading the silly thing. Ah, yep.
Why didn't the wizard finish his divination degree?
I think we're going
He
to go with
was
this lighter purple.
he was expelled.
Oh,
Okay, thank you, Tim. He said that was right, and ouch.
right.
So good one, Kia.
Bing say that was on Tim because he's the only one who probably got it.
What element derives from a Norse god?
What elements derive from a Norse god?
Thorium.
Thorium. Ah, you guys are killing me. I'm
And
never going to
Chrissy
get
said
anything done.
we can still call her Chrissy. Yeah, and we've been trying to use their names in Twitch as their names in Twitch so it doesn't confuse other chat members.
Yeah.
But I think that was more of a connection between Kia and Chrissy. So
Autosave. Time to drink coffee.
coffee.
My autosave's not working on this one. But that's okay.
Why does a pound of hamburger have less energy than a pound of steak?
Why? Does a
Because
pound of.
it's because it is in the ground state.
I've told this one before.
Oh,
What do you call a
ow,
what do you
ow.
call a clairvoyant hamburger?
Oh, what?
A medium. I know it's a groaner. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, Tim and I are both still crying over Kia's last one. Ground state.
Yeah, ground state. Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
It is an ow. All right.
What was, no, not that one.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with that.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate.
That one I know.
Oh, I missed Tim's before. Oh, what do you call someone who becomes a mushroom on the night of a full moon?
What?
A mycanthrope.
Oh, look, another hot dog.
Yeah.
Mm.
What emotional disorder does a grass chromatograph suffer from?
Mm.
Separation anxiety.
Oh. Boo. That was a good one, though.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of the mushroom werewolf, the lycanthrope,
Mycanthrope.
mycanthrope,
Mycelial, the mycelial side and the lycanthrope side.
right?
Mycanthrope.
I am working on a role playing game based in the world of Dungeon Notes. Monsters are, of course, going to be a huge part of that. I would love for you guys, because, in order to have a game, there has to be a monster manual and there has to be pictures of monsters. So I would
The
love
monster
ideas like
mash.
you said, the the were mushroom. That actually kind of appeals to me. I want some very Terry Pratchett, Robert Aspirin, shit, Road Hitchhikers. Can't think of his name. Douglas Adams. level of humor in some of this stuff, and that's right up there. So if you guys find stuff and have some ideas, please send them to me via chats below, or in here, or if you are seeing this in YouTube later, then leave comments about what you think would be a good little silly monster along those comedic veins. But
Let's see.
first and foremost, ow, really? The more daddy joke, the better, I would think.
Yeah, yeah.
Not daddy joke. Dad joke. Daddy jokes get creepy.
Father jokes takes us to a whole nother religious level. So,
Ooh.
I got lost in here somewhere. Hang on.
We got lost decades ago.
Yeah, that's true. Kaldaku says, why haven't we had a play test for Scion in so long? Because if you
For
checked
what?
it out, PSION, because if you checked it out now, it'd blow your mind. Where's my alcohol?
Right? I think we've reached that level.
Kia says, why was Heisenberg's wife sexually frustrated? When he had the time, he didn't have the energy. And when he had the position, he didn't have the momentum.
We need to compensate for that. Oh, I'm hearing the giggles. Just the evil little giggles. Okay. Chrissy, are you enjoying the direction of the character? Let's go with that. It is the client.
Why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants? Okay, so got a hole in one. Or did somebody already read that and I just missed it?
Oh my god. The golf joke. Just really a hole in one. Arr.
Yep. And thank you, TK, for picking that up.
What did he pick up?
Oh, it's mod activities. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Take it. We got another bot.
Yep. Yes, you did help too. All three of us had a hand in it.
At least I'm worthy of bot activity, I guess. I should be kind of taking that as a left-handed compliment.
Right?
Something about left-handed. I heard her say something.
Oh, she said she helped too with the modding.
Oh yeah, she did help.
Yep. What's a great Dungeon and Dragon joke? Thaco.
It's not a lie, by the way. For those of you who don't know, that's to hit armor class 0.
Yes.
One of the poorer decisions they made.
Was the quintessential poor decision they made. There have been other questionable ones in the various versions, but
that was one of the better ones that we can pick on.
Oh, well, why don't skeletons fight each other?
Why don't skeletons fight each other?
They don't have the guts.
I just didn't think they had a bone to pick with them.
What did the thermometer say to the measuring cylinder?
What did the thermometer say to the measuring cylinder?
You may be graduated, but I have several degrees.
It's wrong on so many levels.
What happens when you stand on a D4 die? Your foot takes 1 D4 damage.
1 D4 damage. Yep. They've got some new ones out now that won't do that to you.
White Arm says, I'm sure they can handle lots of ribbing. The skeletons. Artsy says, if you boil a funny bone, it becomes a laughing stock.
Ow! Oh, that went through the heart.
Oh.
Oh. That
It
went
makes
right
me
through the
want
heart.
makes me
Oh
want
my
to take my
goodness.
bunny ears off.
Oh, all that's wrong with the world just came out there. Ha!
Ah, wow, yeah, up to sustained 4 mile an hour wind right now.
Oh, we're getting
Oh
emojis.
wait, there's a
Well,
20 mile an hour gust.
you know, on a side note, I know Key Marie just posted something, but the emoji that just got posted reminded me, if I can get at least 50 people following this stream, I mean, as followers, this channel, not the stream, I can start adding emojis into the streams, which means we can do streams about making emojis for the stream, and we can get the emojis we want and the characters with us, because I've got baby dragons, I've got all my dungeon notes characters. We make special, we can make a mascot for just the stream. So here's their type, and I want everybody who's watching this after the fact, and for those of you who are currently watching, go grab people, drag them in from the other room, make them watch this.
Kicking and screaming if you have to.
Force them to make a Twitch account and make them follow me so that
And,
we can
and then
have
send us the
emojis.
videos. I want to see the videos.
Yeah, custom emojis would be amazing, and then we can start animating them down the road and stuff like that. But right now, I think with Chrissy, I think we're up to 40 or 34, 35 people who actually follow this channel right now. And I know I've got
I challenge everyone that's on here right now,
37.
mods as well,
That's right.
to get 5 people by next week to come onto Twitch and follow the page, follow the channel.
Oh, by the way, I have to.
That's 5 for Jeff, 5 for Tim, 5 for me, 5 for Kaylee,
Like I
5
said, if we can
for
get to
Kaldaku,
50,
for Wydarb.
there are some other things I have to do, but one of the biggest ones is getting 50 followers, and that will go a long ways. And if
Yep.
you are watching this on YouTube after the fact, please go over to the Twitch channel, follow us on YouTube first, hit that follow and like button. You know the routine, and it doesn't cost you anything. It just means I pop up in your feed a little bit more. And then go over to Twitch if you have a Twitch account, and go ahead and follow this channel. The link, it will be in the description. All that fun stuff. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
And
Cosplay Corgi has lots of friends with lots of followers. So
yep.
yeah, you don't have to create duplicate accounts for yourself. That's
And I don't want you
artificially
doing that.
inflating.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I want real people attached.
5 people, 5 people by the end of the month.
Yeah,
per person. So go out and get 5 people just to come on here and follow it, even if they never log in again.
Well, I would like them to come in again.
Well, we know that once they've watched a stream or two, they're going to come back because everybody's got jokes.
Everybody likes a good or bad dad joke. And that's really part of the fun of this whole stream is the dad jokes. See, I can get in here.
Here, Tim, here's another one for you.
Uh-oh.
I think these jokes are sodium funny. In fact, I slapped my knee on that one. Sodium and neon.
Yep. They chose us. There's not a lot we can do about that.
Tim always has the opportunity to jump in here instead of me.
That's true.
Neutron walks into a bar and asks the bartender how much drink costs. For you, no charge.
Ooh.
That's why, Tim. That's why. What do you call a pile of
hey, I believe it's Shift Click has followed us. Thank you very much, Shift Click. Thank you. That's a that's a follow.
There's one.
That's water.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't have water, but I've got iced tea.
Someone follows us, I drink water. If autosave and all that stuff. Well, thank you, Shift Click, for the follow. I hope to see you in here again. I hope you stay and throw down some really bad or really good dad jokes. I encourage you and thank you. All right. It's so small on my screen. Down here is where I'm running Streamlabs, and everything's really small. I can't
Yep.
make it any bigger. So I was like, "What's the name? I can't see the name."
Kaldaku says the rogue stole a mirror from his party member. He said he needed it to reflect on his life choices.
That is definitely something one of my rogues would say. It's like, "Why'd you steal the mirror? I need to reflect on my life choices. Plus, it's made of gold."
Oh
So
wait, hey Tim, are all these jokes too basic for you? Because I see no reaction.
now we're going to get in some coding jokes. I just know it now, just because of that. All right, we're going through some highlights with some whiter colors over here.
Oh, Kia just shared the Twitch channel on Facebook. Thank you very much,
Hey,
Kia.
thank you very, very much. Appreciate that.
And Artisty knows shift click.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you. We'll either blame you or congratulate you for getting them in here. I really hope they don't regret their life choice. Why are we doing this on the camera? Quit it.
Blame her. Yeah, she said blame her. She's claiming that one.
All right. I love it.
So, Tim, if H2O is the formula for water, then what's the formula for ice? Is that H2O cubed?
Shift click. Maybe now's the time to run. It doesn't get any better. All
Oh,
right.
sorry, Kia. I missed another one reposting because I missed it. I'm sure if might call me out.
That's right.
Whenever my car hits a pothole, it sends a jolt through my back. I don't know if it's shocks or struts. The suspension is killing me. Shift click is thinking.
Right. I think it's now time to run. Just goes out of the house. But if you enjoy, cute fairies or, menacing knights and this style of artwork that I do, and this is the place for you. This
Absolutely.
is where I draw all my comic books. And I'll go to the big screen just for you, shift click. This is where I draw all my comic books, and this is where I do. In this case, this is a commission piece that I'm doing. The fairy.
Yeah, you're not showing it because you're on the big screen.
No, I know that. I'm not doing that right now. This is also where we do our game design as well. We have a web store, which this QR code here, as well as this little um, link right there, which of course fades away as soon as I
It's also
point out,
pinned up at the
is
top of the chat.
is where you can find some of the things that I've done in the past. We have puzzles, games, Scuttled. You can get there. Oh, hey, look at what I've got. And my comics can also be bought there as well. I have props brought into me, which is awesome. We have the games. We have House Monsters. We have, like I said, Scuttled. House Monsters was created by a brilliant designer by the name of Tiffany Branham, and I was able to do the artwork for that game. We have copies of Scuttled there, as well as, like I said, House Monsters. This is getting reprinted, so the box will look a little bit different down the road. We're also working on a game called Battle Gnomes, which is finishing up, and there'll be some other games as well. And they will be available on the website. But we have pint glasses, T-shirts, and the cool thing is hey, you're here with me on this stream, and oh yeah, I forgot about this. I have the ABCs of, well, this one's Adventure. Should be Adventures, the one you
Typo.
had. Typo. It was really weird. The book that I've done's on there, but since you know the guy on the stream, the artist, and you say, I need a T-shirt of X, Y, and Z, or I need a button, or wouldn't it be cool to put that knight that you had up there on a pint glass? And I'd be like, you know what? You're right. Here you go. We'll make it happen. Or you can do something like Christy's doing here, and she's having me design a very specific character for her business. And this is Snips. And Snips will be the mascot for her business that I'm creating just for her. And she's got a lot of input on what we're doing. And so far, I'm very pleased to say that she's enjoying it. I need to make that highlight better. So, commercial over. Thank you for
Well, not
showing
not
up.
not quite, because we talked a lot about the games, but here, let me put this link in chat. Maricopa Con
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
coming up,
right.
and we'll be out on the west side. You can go to the link, see where it's going to be, August 15th through 17th, and Chain Reaction Studios will be there selling games and hopefully running some games as well. We'll be
Yep.
selling House Monsters, Scuttled, the Silly Macabre playing card deck.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be there. After that, we will be down at the end of the month, Labor Day weekend, in Tucson Con, which Kia has just added that on as well.
Because
Me
she's
to it.
awesome like that.
Yep.
She's awesome like that. She's the one's been bringing me props. I open my
Yes.
mouth and shit appears in my hand. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's been happening with you for years, though.
Yeah, this is true.
But yeah, so if you like the stream, you like the art style, you check out the website, but you want to see us in person, come on down and see us at Maricopa Con or Tucson Con.
Right?
And now back to your regularly scheduled shenanigans.
These are regularly scheduled. Oh crap!
Yes, every Friday. So, Kaldaku says the necromancer always had a bone to pick with anyone who opposed him. Artisy says, "What do you call cheese that isn't yours?"
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
And it's really hard to raise a family. Then the necromancer says, "Not if they're buried close together."
Kaldaku says, "I tried playing D&D with a group of giants. It was a big disaster."
Oh.
Kia says, "What do you call a woman standing in the middle of a tennis court?"
What do you call a woman standing in the middle of a tennis court?
Annette. Ow.
Ow! Just.
Uh,
Annette. Funicello. Mickey. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? Jeffer. It's not going to happen.
Keldoku says the Rangers' arrow always hits their mark, which must have been bonus points. Arcee says, "What do you call a woman with one leg?"
What do you call a
Eileen.
woman?
Eileen. Oh, shift kick. What's a rogue's preferred armor?
What is it?
Hide.
Hide.
Oh, Kia, this one's a little bit long, so pardon me, but two
All right.
cowboys are lost in the desert. One cowboy sees a tree that's draped in bacon. A bacon tree? We're saved, he says. He runs to the tree and is jumped by bandits. It wasn't a bacon tree, it was a ambush.
Oh, ow. I did not see that coming.
Oh, neither did I. Right? I just, no.
Oh. Oh, that's a groaner. Ow. That was a good setup, though. That was a good setup.
It was. It was. Why are peppers so good with archery?
Why are
They, ha-
peppers so.
they have an arrow.
Oh. Who was that one?
That was Artisy. Hey, I'm just impressed. First day on the stream, and Shift Click's already Shift Click's already got one in there.
That's right. Thank you for participating. So, Shift Click, just so you know, the goal of the stream ultimately is sit here, share my work, have some fun, play around. But then the dad jokes got involved, and the stream has decided that its goal in life is to keep me from actually getting anything done. And let me tell you, this stream is extremely successful.
Yes. Kia says, I changed all my passwords to Kenny. Now I have all Kenny logins. I'm all right. I just like living in the danger zone.
Ah!
Shift click. So a couple of things that you should know. You can attack any one of the chain reaction team by doing IT jokes, gaming jokes or D&D jokes, chemistry or other related science jokes, and again the IT jokes and IT and auditing jokes. So those will. Oh, and medical. So you got a pretty wide field to attack any of us intentionally.
Right?
You're welcome. Uh, RC says, how does a cucumber become a pickle?
How does a cucumber become a pickle?
It goes through a jarring experience. Oh, Kia, somebody stole all my violas yesterday and they won't give them back. I'm going to have to resort to violins.
Oh, oh. At the
Wow.
That's the basis for a lie.
I think next weekend I'm bringing alcohol to the show.
I can't. I'm sticking
Well,
to the American theater rules where it's poor form to have alcohol on stage, but there
right?
it is.
Eldaku says, why did the barbarian cross the road?
Why did the barbarian cross the road?
To crush anything in his path.
It's not a lie.
Let's see. Artisy says, why did the computer go to the doctor?
Why did the computer go to the doctor?
Because it had a virus.
Oh, of course it did.
Oh, Shauna is in the house.
Hey, Shauna's in the house.
She's
All
swearing
right.
at us. She's calling us distinguished gentlemen.
Oh, dear God, what did we do?
I know. What did we do to you?
We're also within the last 15 minutes of our stream. Just to let everybody know.
Yes. The stream only goes now till 8:30.
I did not get a whole lot done, other than we got a shape. We got an idea for maybe how we're going to do the lettering. And of course, the lettering's not going to be plain like this. I got to come up with something fun. And we're just kind of adding highlights to the hair because, hair is fun to play with.
So Kia says the Romans had a formal ranking system for poisons. Poison 1 and 2 could kill you. Poison 3 would make you very sick. Poison 4, IV, caused a itchy rash.
I love my nerd friends.
Shift click, that's a duplicate from before you joined, so you didn't know, but what happens when you step on a D4? You take 1 D4 damage.
Yep.
But Jonah says, well, Aston thinks I'm driving him in the snow is the most important. Thinks him driving in the snow is the most important thing ever. Oh, Aaron, not Aston. It's like, who's Aston? Well, there's something to be said for driving in the snow. I don't have to do it. I haven't had to for 20 years.
Yeah, this is
20
true.
plus.
I've done a little bit when I've gone to the rim. All right. So
what do you call it? Keogh says, what do you call it when you accidentally tickle a man to death?
What?
Manslaughter. Manslaughter.
I'm gonna start sleeping with my socks on.
Right. Artist says, what do you call a nasty little gremlin creature that practices blood magic.
What's that?
Oh, it's a hemoglobin goblin.
Oh, I was just going to
Hemogoblin.
call it the party healer.
Right? Yeah.
I
What
heard
do
a
you call a
giggle on
spell
that
that
one.
summons pastries?
What do you call a spell that summons pastries?
Conjure buns.
Ooh. All right. Because how we thinking? How we feeling about her right now? Do we like the highlights in the hair? Should I remove those? What do you think?
While she's typing in her answer to that question, of how she's feeling about that, Kia has, I watched a very talented Spanish musician. He went uno, dos, and then disappeared without a trace.
Okay, so you are liking these changes from green. Oh, I like the change from green. Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
It's
I, I,
adorbs.
yeah, I wasn't gonna go with pure counter lighting, but she did need a little something to kind of pop her away from her wings, and so we'll just come up with something for the scissors and the wings, which are going to be very subtle anyway, on the just on the very edges here on the left. And then I think she's about right. And then I'm going to start moving my attention to doing something fun with these letters. I was thinking some kind of gradient, some outlines. I'm not quite sure. I am liking the idea of this hex, and I'm not going to do anything to it. I think I like just having the straight color without any outline. This way, the outlines pop her off of it. It's just back there, so hopefully we're moving in the right direction. And I also wanted you to feel part of the process so that you knew I wasn't just working in a void. I mean, I may change up some shapes of some of these highlights, but I kind of like where they're going so far. Why don't dragons eat paladins? They taste too righteous.
And yes, Kia, Jeff was focused. He did not laugh at your last dad joke. He was waiting on Chrissy's answer on how she felt about this. He was
Oh,
in
we're
work mode.
you mean without a trace?
Yeah.
Again, that's an antique. Don't break it.
So shift click says two goldfish are in a tank. One turns to the other and asks, "Do you know how to drive this thing?"
This is
Oh,
wrong. How many rogues does it take to light a candle? None. Thieves can't. That is a second edition joke, I believe.
yeah.
Mm. It might even be a first edition. A sign at a music shop. Gone choppin'. Oh, Chopin.
On
Bach in a
Chopin.
minuet. Gone Chopin. Bach in a minuet. Don't know how much more of this I can handle.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah! Chrissy's like, bows. Not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Bows to the master.
I told you when she shows up, you guys were in trouble.
Oh, am
Are
I
you
keeping
keeping
score?
score?
I know.
What do you call a dragon who loves to read? A bookworm.
Yeah, White Darb, I'm not able to keep score.
Yeah, I'm gonna save this right now. I will continue working on this piece off stream, but the dad jokes were horrifically awesome.
Yes, yes.
Thank you guys for joining and
Chrissy,
participating.
if once you get this, this logo set up, if you put it on a sticker, I need one to go on my water bottle.
And speaking of what do we do with this art when we're done? This is actually a fairly short segue. And the answer is what do you want to do with it? We are capable of putting things on t-shirts, pint glasses, stickers. We have to go through different vendors to do this, but we do have, for your business needs, we do have the ability to get these things to the different vendors to produce the products that you want. We can make puzzles and blankets. Like I said, you need to go check out our link right here or link in the chat and look at the kinds of things that we have done. Not necessarily I want you to go there to buy things, but of course I do. But you can look at that to see the kinds of things that we're capable of producing as Chain Reaction Studios. We mostly focus on t-shirts, but we do have a large range of other items as well. Now, if you are a game designer out there and you need some really quirky art for your game that happens to be very comedic, I know a guy. And I charge reasonable rates. My commission rates are open. I don't think I charge an arm and a leg. I like to be fair about this stuff. But as far as what we're going to do with this fairy, which I'm pointing to up here because it's not on the screen there, is whatever you want to do. We can make her into a sticker. We can make her into a little T-shirt, be it on the side or full blown. If you decide you have a nice whimsical joke that you want to go, we can replace, you know, words with whatever you want. So the thing is whatever you want to do. And if you have a product that you want to have made, reach out to us. We know a guy. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, RC, I think we can make the stickers happen. I've got a source on some stickers, and so just would need your permission and an email to Jeff that I can utilize that image once it's finalized.
Yep, and like I said, we have several vendors. I think the vendor that Sam has is different than the vendor that I use,
It is.
and
It's the one
so
it's the one that I had the Scuttles and the Pantsless Pirates
right.
stickers made,
But to
which
be
that
honest, there are a lot of really good vendors out there. There's some I would keep you away from for various reasons, but there are some that are better than others, and I think we've come to the ones that work best for us.
yep.
And let's see, I'm catching up. I would love stickers for her, especially after I get my latest projects posted on my sewing account. Perfect. I like my arms and legs right where they are. Can't sell them yet. Fair enough.
Yes, but do you
Um,
rent them out? Can you rent them out?
yeah, right. And no, not going to say the joke that went through my head. Uh, Kadoku says I can personally make a. Oh yes, we have the ability to make 4 inch. And what's the other size that we have, Kadoku? We have
Three and two
smaller
and a
sizes,
half.
2.5. So we have the ability to make really big and smaller buttons as well. 3 inch buttons. You can take permission now.
All right. So when we're done and it's finalized, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do about the
Thank
stickers.
you. That's what she said. Like I said, I wasn't going to say the joke that went through my head about
No,
running.
no, I'm following the chat.
I'm I'm behaving. I get points. I get a cookie. Uh, and on that note, we're down to the last few minutes. Guys, this has been a blast. Thank you very, very much to Artisy, Chrissy, for the commission. This has been a blast. She's a little bit, beat this thing up. She is a little bit different than my typical style. So I really enjoyed drawing this piece. I don't do a lot of females. So this was a really wonderful challenge. And we'll be working on her a little bit more, trying to make her less busy because I think I'm starting to get a little busy with the hair. Thank you very much for the commissions. Thank everybody. Shift Click, thank you for coming in and hanging out. I know you're like, what did I walk into? Oh my God. And
Well,
then you just
remember,
like,
Shift Click and Shauna, we're here every Friday night at 7 p.m.
right?
Arizona time.
And
Please
you
join
guys,
us. Pop in.
yeah, you guys came in like a boss and jumped in and joined it. And for that, I love you guys. And to all of you who are watching this now, and those of you who are going to watch this in the future, know that I love you and that you guys are deserving of being loved, not just by me, but by those around you. This world is just crazy enough as it is. We don't need to go around beating ourselves up. Let the people around you love you, take care of you, but do the same for them. If you see somebody that needs a hug, you reach out and you hug them. And we can make this world so much better with peace and love. And until next week, thank you guys. Thank you ever so much. I want to thank Sam one more time for my new external drive that he got me so that we can start streaming and do editing. and a lot more silly stuff with this. If you guys want to help out with the stream with better cameras and better lighting and stuff like that, you can go to the store and buy things, and I go straight to us. You can do the stars or whatever it is on here on Twitch, which I think is bits.
It's bits, but I'm not sure if we're up at the level where we can take bits yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're there yet, which is why I need right now the most important thing is people to come in here, follow, comment, talk, watch the streams. There are some other things I need to do to become a quote unquote affiliate. But the first and most important one is to get the following. And you guys have been amazing. Thank you. It's been a wonderful interjection of energy. And again, like I said, I love you guys very much. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and step out. Take care, guys. Thank you for everything. And for those of you watching this after the fact on YouTube, please share and like, drag people in, and force them to watch this. Until then,
Yep.
take care. And thank you.